with social media. Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn also attended Trump's social media summit on Thursday and had some strong words. Among a litany of issues regarding tech regulations, Blackburn is calling on Snap in particular to take steps to protect younger users. In a letter to Snap, she called the platform's disappearing videos a, quote, child predator's dream, and said the company fails to provide parents with adequate warnings about adult content on the platform. I sat down with Senator Blackburn to discuss the tech antitrust debate and talked about her biggest concerns over Snap. Take a listen.
There are cases where predators, child predators, pedophiles have been arrested, convicted. They have used Snap to coerce and ensnare children, threatening to put their video on social media unless they send more videos. And this is something that parents need to have the tool to turn this off. There need to be explicit instructions for parents how to handle this. The other thing with Snap is the Snap Map application that is there. Unless that is turned off or properly set, these children can be identified, and their feed on Snap can be identified with their location. The third thing is the Discover section. I am horrified when I look through that at some of the information that children can get into through that Discover feed. And Emily, with one click or one tap, what these children could be exposed to is awful.
But what kind of legislation specifically do you consider proposing or think you can accomplish in order to fix some of these specific issues, whether it's Snap or YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or another company?
Yes, and yesterday in our hearing at Judiciary Committee, we talked just a little bit about this, because what we want to do is make certain that parents have the toolbox and that social media outlets are going to work with us on this. Privacy legislation is a big one here, making certain that individuals have the right to disallow a social media platform to access their data, to do that data mining, to get in there and grabbing this information. And that needs to be explicit, and the social media platforms ought not to be able to disallow use of their service. You know, they have really made billions of dollars off your data. Data is a valuable resource. So as we work through this issue this year, I'm looking forward to working with them to be certain that we address these issues of privacy and data security, responsible usage, as I said, antitrust, censorship, competition. All of that needs to be reviewed so that we are ready to move forward as we see 5G begin commercialization.
You also just met with Chris Huge, of course,
yes,
and very early Facebook employee who has argued that Facebook should be broken up. In a tweet, you said the meeting was refreshing. This guy knows a thing or two about what is coming next for big tech. One thing we both agree on, we can't just move fast and break things. Given that he has argued to break up Facebook, you've also got Senator Elizabeth Warren arguing to break up several big tech companies. You mentioned antitrust. Do you think big tech companies need to be broken up?
I think what we need to do is have a good discussion about what it's going to look like, what the marketplace is going to look like as we go forward in the next 10 years, 20 years. What we're suffering from at this point in time is that Congress has not taken an action to put any guardrails in place. Light touch regulation is going to be best, and let's do this a step at a time. Let's look at privacy, where we change what they have access to, and then see how that changes their business model. Let's exercise some preemption on data security and breach notification. Put in place some penalties and enforcements. Have that one regulator, the Federal Trade Commission, which is in charge of regulating privacy in this country. Let's see where we get as we take these steps. I think doing these one at a time so that we we are working in conjunction to be certain that we keep the marketplace robust, that we encourage innovation, that we do not stifle innovation is important to do, and I think it's responsible of us as legislators to do that.